Gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Señoras y señores, live. It's time!
It is time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I hope you're enjoying your evening. We are live in the Action Lab, your premier sports entertainment talk show on the internet. And we are watching this Knicks and Spurs game 4 as we are in New York watching San Antonio put a beat down on New York in the first half of this game. And it's not even close. My name is Chris. This is Scott. We are your hosts for the Action Lab, and we are chilling with you live on a Wednesday night. We'll be watching a little bit of this Knicks Spurs game, the second half, and then we will take you into World Cup preview time. So we will get you all situated because the World Cup begins tomorrow, which I can't wait for that. That's going to be exciting. So, yeah. What's up, Scotty? How we doing?
I'm doing good, Chris. Doing good. Yeah, World Cup's gonna be getting going. Looking forward to it. It's finally here. It's time. I've read so many tweets on X or whatever about how crappy these stadiums are, and the U.S. doesn't let anyone into their country. I'm so over it, dude. Let's just play. Let's play some games.
Yeah, let's just get into it. Because honestly, there's all these storylines with a lot of the teams have been preparing and training and doing a lot of these like friendlies that are, just gearing up, getting accumulated to the U.S., Mexico, Canada, all these different places that are going to be hosting all of these matches. And so, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to get into all of those details. We're going to have a little bit of a 101 for all of you new folks out there that have no idea what the World Cup is, for all of you fans that are people that are just like not fans and wanting to just figure out what is this all about. We're going to get you all situated with all the details that you need to know about the World Cup so you could watch all of these matches and be kind of, in tune with what's happening out there. So we're going to get to that after this game is over. But until then, we'll be watching some basketball here. Right now, it's not pretty. We might be going to our World Cup preview sooner rather than later, given the circumstances that the New York Knicks are just getting absolutely blown out here in Madison Square Garden at this point. It's not looking pretty.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see. Obviously they won 13 straight in the playoffs. They lose a tight one a couple nights ago, and now is that one loss going to put them in a bit of a lack of confidence? Now they're going to review a Wemby elbow to Cat. Part of me is like, is Cat putting his face to Wemby's elbow to get the call and flop? But Wemby's also got to be smarter to not have his elbow up there. Let's see. I don't know where you're at in this. Yeah, that's incidental. He caught him. They might call him how many flagrants does he get?
Well,
they're not going to suspend him for a game like all the Knicks fans want.
No, this will be incidental. It'll be a standard foul, and then this will end up. I mean, they actually ended up going back and reviewing the one against Brunson the other night, where he shoved Brunson's head into the floor, basically. Yeah. But that was reviewed and overturned into a flagrant. This one doesn't look like a flagrant to me. This looks like an incidental, trying to make a basketball move, and Karl Anthony Towns' mug was right in the middle of it. Couldn't quite get the spacing. So I think this will just be a normal foul, common foul, and then that'll be that.
Mike Brown's 3-minute rant looks like it worked. I mean, I don't know. I'm never one to love my coach complaining about refs to that. Well, actually, sometimes I want my coach. I have coaches that never do it, and I'd like them to do it once in a blue moon. But I don't know. The Timberwolves coach Finch, we hate guys that after every game they lose, they're in the post-game presser, they're like, "Well, this is why we lost because the refs were terrible and they hate us and it's not fair."
Yeah,
grow up.
Yeah.
Peter Pan, Count Chocula.
Yeah, no. Would you say David Adelman wasn't as vocal as he should have been for the Nuggets?
Probably, maybe slightly. Part of me was also talking about Andy Reid, Chris, because Andy Reid never. Andy Reid in his career would never say a remotely controversial thing about the officials. Basically.
That's fair.
So I'm
that's fair.
Yeah. So it obviously works for some coaches, but it's still sometimes I'm just passionate in the moment where I want to hear the coach agree with what I saw in the game.
just get fired up every so often, Just get fired up. You gotta get fined at some point.
The question about this game: what's stopping y'all from not betting the red?
I mean, if I was betting any side, if I was going to bet any side, you're betting the New York side on the spread, knowing that they're going to come back later on in this game. I mean, I don't know what the spread is now. Let's see. If I'm pulling up FanDuel Sportsbook on this current line,
I don't really bet on games that are 30-point games. I'm not a degenerate.
Well,
you are degenerate just in different ways. I mean, what?
Let's see. Let me see where we're at with this game because I'm curious.
Bruh, look at this dude.
Look at this dude. What's up, Help? How we doing? It's a 23.5-point spread. Right now, Knicks getting 23.5 at home at -130. I don't love the juice on the -130 there. I want that. I'd probably need to wait for that to. I don't know. Get a little. Oh, they did call a flagrant. Did they call a flagrant here?
They did. Yep.
Wow, that's interesting.
We're seeing the first ever common foul with no one at the free throw line.
They're setting a new precedence in the NBA Finals. Is this one of Adam Silver's new rules that he's implementing in the finals? That common fouls are. That surprises me. I feel like the only reason they would probably call that, I feel like, is because he's done it a couple times in the series where his elbows have kind of flown around a little bit. But like look at how long his arms are.
Yeah, but part of you has to, I know, but like he's got to be more careful. Like, I don't think it was on purpose. I agree. But he did elbow him in the chin. Like, and sometimes that's just whether intent's there or not. It's enough to rise to a flagrant one. Like, he wasn't getting ejected by any stretch, but, and yeah, he's had some other questionable plays in the playoffs. So we'll see how that impacts him moving forward. But I don't think that's a big deal. And the refs are also like, well, let's throw the Knicks a bone here because they're getting absolutely annihilated.
In case you missed it, I just said the spread was 23.5. All of a sudden, it's down to 17 within like a minute of game time. And this is the problem that I have with betting on like games live that I'm not at the game or I'm not like, is because you're a little behind sometimes, everything is kind of delayed. So you're kind of battling through a little bit of it. But right now, Brunson with a 3.
Gets it to 22.
It's a 7-0 Knicks run over the last minute and a half. Taylor Swift is in the building.
I didn't know.
I saw something
there.
that she was
performing at like Toy Story 5 like last night or something. I thought maybe 2 nights ago. I don't even know.
She was doing like a little duet with the toy. The
guy from the singer from Toy Story.
Yeah, the one who did all the soundtracks.
Got a friend with me.
She did a duet. She was on the red carpet. She had like all the Toy Story people autograph her copy of Toy Story.
Well, she wrote a song for the movie too, which just got released in the last like week or two, and she performed that as well.
She was fangirling over there.
First person to get a song on the Toy Story soundtrack that's not. Why am I keep thinking like Woody because the main character is Woody? What
Buzz.
is that guy's name?
Woody?
Buzz. You're right. No, the guy that sings all the songs.
Oh, Newman. What's his name?
Yeah.
Woody or no, something Newman.
Kevin? No, that's a baseball player.
Randy Newman.
Yeah, Randy Newman, the legend. Always singing those Toy Story soundtracks for all of them. Always crushing it. That was arguably one of my favorite movies because Pixar, when they first came out with Toy Story, that was like the one that like changed the animation style. That was like, oh, this is sweet. Like this is legit.
Yeah, Toy Story was the first one released, so
yeah.
And I don't think Toy Story 2 was far behind. It might have been like the third one. Really, I think they might have had a Bug's Life in between there.
Yeah. Which some people say, I don't know. I haven't come to this conclusion quite yet. Some people say that Toy Story 1, 2, and 3 is arguably one of the best trilogies of any movie series ever. I've heard that said before by people online.
I mean, they'd be wrong, but do your thing. I mean, they're very.
Would you say it's better than the best Star Wars trilogy?
I don't know. Have you seen any of the Star Wars movies or Toy Story movies, Rec? Have you seen any of those movies?
I've seen a couple of Star Wars movies, mainly because my mom's a Star Wars nerd.
But Chris, you got to keep in mind for you have like 3 different trilogies within Fast and Furious, and they're all perfect.
All of those. I wasn't comparing it to the GOAT series of all time. I already know my place and where that
should have stopped after 2.
What do you mean only 3? Aren't there like 20 Fast and Furious movies now?
No, I'm saying there's like 3 different trilogies, so like 9 movies.
I figured there'd be like 5 trilogies.
No,
there's probably around.
They're coming
10,
out.
Right?
We're in a sad time because they're finishing out the last movie of the series in the next year, and we will be all done with Fast and Furious.
And nothing of value was lost.
How many are there?
I think there's at least this is gonna be 11.
So we're close to 4 trilogies.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Okay. I've probably seen in its entirety maybe 3 or 4 of them.
I mean, did you see the one where they went to space?
Great. No.
Did you see the one where they went under the Arctic ice?
Let me be
in a submarine.
I only watched the early on ones, and once they got insane, I was like, I don't need this in my life anymore.
Yeah.
Tin Cats. T Swift is sitting next to Mariska Haggerty, and they name their cats after each other. Maybe this is embarrassing. Maybe I should know. I don't know who that is.
I don't know who Marissa Haggerty or Haggerty. I don't know who that is. What show or movie is she on? I don't know.
She's a singer.
Oh, she's a singer. All right, see, that tells you everything.
I'm saying, is she a singer? I don't know.
She's a main character in Law and Order. What's up, McDuggets? What's up?
Like currently, or I watched SVU back in the day.
Brunson with the miss. Rebound come to Harper. Harper coming to.
Oh, no, I know. Okay, I know who she is. Sure.
Olivia Benson.
All of Knicks row. All the celebrities are out again tonight. Ben Stiller and steal here by Brunson. Slowing up as the ball gets booted down the court by Victor Wembanyama. Yeah. Celebrity Rose, obviously going crazy, as always, for the Knicks tonight.
Can we power rank Celebrity Row? It's Taylor Swift, massive gap. Timothy Chalamet, massive gap. And then I don't care over that.
And then you pick.
Y'all keep mentioning Chalamet. They still have no idea what he does.
He's an actor. He's one of the biggest actors in Hollywood right now.
Yeah, he's done Dune movies. He did a Wonka movie, Willy Wonka.
He did a Oscar-nominated movie with. Have you seen that one where he does he's the ping pong player?
I didn't see the ping pong player one. No.
I can't remember. Smarty Supreme. It's crazy movie.
Smarty or Marty?
It's Marty.
Marty Ice.
It sounds like you said Smarty.
It's Smarty. Marty. Yeah, it's that movie is crazy. Knicks still on a 10-0 run here in the third quarter, making their comeback. As this game is slowly, all of a sudden, the Spurs stalling out.
Spurs missing open looks.
I told y'all might be good to bet the Knicks while you can.
I said if you were going to bet anything. If you're going to bet anything, it was the Knicks getting 23.5 at home, knowing that they're a veteran team that's going to come back later on in this game. I mean, you could still get good value on 15.5 right now, but I mean, I'm just leaving it alone at this point. Where's Medic? Medic demanded we discuss watching the finals. I mean, Medic was
well, he might be happy it's going 2-2.
Yeah.
He may not be happy.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the Knicks have made a little run here, and the Spurs are lost offensively right now.
yes.
Settling for awful shots.
You knew this was going to happen, though. You knew the Knicks were going to come back, and so
The Knicks are playing like last 2 minutes down 10 basketball, and I feel like the Spurs on defense are kind of letting them do that. They're playing quick and like, if Mikal Bridges, he can't hit that, but that's off San Antonio.
Speaking of Knicks fans, we've been seeing and hearing about all the Knicks fans out there who are hassling all the Spurs fans out in New York. Not safe to be a Spurs fan in New York City at the moment.
It's just not safe in New York City, period.
Yeah. It's not great. If you haven't noticed on the social media accounts, the Spurs fans getting their jerseys ripped off by Knicks fans, being surrounded by Knicks fans, and I'm just like, man, I thought we were rooting for the Knicks. Scotty, you put something in the Discord where it's like, man, I really wanted to root for the Knicks in this series, but it's like their fans are making it a little bit tough. There's a three.
From an out of bounds underneath.
When you compare Knicks fans to Eagles fans, it's really hard to justify.
Is New York trying to compare themselves to Philly?
Y'all were doing it earlier. It's like, oh yeah, New York State's going to burn down if they win. Grease the polls.
Yeah, but
what are we talking about?
It might also burn down if they lose. It might burn down no matter what.
No matter what, that city is dead. Long shot there.
It's like when the Eagles are the Super Bowl. Will we have Eagles fans happily riding the streets or Eagles fans angrily riding in the streets?
It's yes. The answer is yes. Bufigol, what's going on? Cheers from Chile. What's going on?
Nice.
We got Chile in the house. Yeah, let's go. You ready for World Cup?
Very nice.
You ready for World Cup?
That's not where Chile sounds like. I don't know why I did that.
very nice.
The Chile is not, what's his name, Borat?
And then Borat.
Chile's not Borat.
Where's Borat from? He's from
somewhere in the Middle East.
Kazakhstan, isn't he?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
That checks out.
Chile did not qualify for the World Cup this year, but that's okay.
That's okay. Hey,
you can still be excited about
Boofy, who you going for? Really hyped for World Cup? Who's your team? Now that since your team isn't in it, are you rooting for another team that you want to see win it? Who do you want? Spain. Okay, there we go. I like that.
Oh.
That's Chris's team.
That's my secondary team right there. That's always been kind of my go-to secondary team. Spain. Okay, I like that. We're going to do a whole World Cup breakdown after this game. We're going to be previewing everything. Half Spanish, as am I. I may not look it, but I'm half.
I've seen him in real life. He and his family definitely do not look Spanish.
We don't look Spanish.
Half
But
Spanish, half Jewish. That's what Chris is.
You got me.
Well, he doesn't have the Jewish nose, at least.
I lived in Spain for 15 years. Wow. Okay.
Nice.
All right. So you got a little bit of affiliation. You got a reason to root for Spain. I like that. And now,
Chris, have you been to Spain before?
I have. I was in Barcelona for a couple days when we did our European
We'll let
trip.
Mike Tyson name that city.
Barcelona. Yeah, I was there for a couple days. I didn't spend enough time. I had paella. I got it's not Barcelona. It is technically. It is. But anyways, yeah.
It is what?
He said Barcelona
is
not Spain.
Oh, Barcelona. Well, okay. Where is Barcelona? Because I too have been to Barcelona, and I could have swore it was in Spain.
I hear an echo.
Did one of their presidents change that? Did we figure out? I don't know. Maybe that's
only been to Barcelona. Well, and in Mallorca. I've also been to Mallorca. So beautiful little island just off the coast.
Mallorca. I've never been. to that spot. But yeah, so Spain, yeah. Spain, one of the favorites to win the World Cup, by the way. So I think they are the current favorite, if I'm not mistaken.
Favorite.
Yeah.
Last I checked, they were tied with France.
I think France has fallen down a little bit off of that, off of the odds a little bit.
Now's the time to bet France if you're a Frenchman.
I don't believe in France.
Yeah, France, Wemby, no, none of those things fit.
Maybe Wemby goes and plays for France after this is over.
I mean, he could be goalie.
Just throw him in there, and he's like, can reach every single penalty kick that comes his way. Doesn't even need to
Chris,
dive.
I don't know how I didn't think about this until I think yesterday. But I was like, wait, I'm going to Europe. One of the stops on our Mediterranean cruise is in Turkey. The U.S. plays Turkey when I'm on the trip. I'm like, am I going to be in Turkey on the day the U.S. plays Turkey?
That would be awesome.
Isn't that game scheduled? Can't you look it up?
I did look it up and I already kind of forgot. I think I'm off by like a day. I think I go to Turkey the day before.
Ooh, and one for Brunson as he randomly just tosses it up. Closing the gap a little more here. So you're there a day before and then they play the next day?
I think so, yeah. So I only missed it by a day, but
So Scott, when exactly are you leaving for this trip?
I don't want to give you too many details, Rec, but a week from Friday.
Okay. I leave a week from tomorrow.
Which, by the way, all of these, we will have some programming breaks for the Action Lab here coming up by the end of the month. So we'll keep you posted on all those. All three of us have things going on by the end of the month. So we will keep you posted on scheduling. With the most love possible, I really hate when people from the U.S., I don't say American, because America is a continent.
Okay.
Put that much of an effort into try to say the C as an S in. Barcelona.
Well,
I think it's just trying hard to sound authentic and failing, but I really appreciate that. I was saying that.
He's not even saying Barth. He's not even saying that. Or is that how you say C?
It's how you say it, but I was saying it as kind of tongue in cheek, like whatever. I wasn't actually. In America we say Barcelona.
I don't think people in America take people who try and say Barcelona seriously.
No.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah. So it's not like it's.
We know what you're doing, but like, stop.
It's not like I'm trying to be authentic here. We're not.
We can't do it. We're just gonna do our Barcelona.
We say
we're gonna call it that.
Yeah, we say Barcelona. I was saying Barcelona. Did you hear how I
more than like?
Did you hear
movies?
How I changed my voice to a snarkiness when I said the C? You like that? That's kind of how that works. So, anyways, no one says Barcelona or bar with a C or bar. We say Bars.
No one says it with the TH like Chris does.
I didn't say it. That's not how I say it. I was saying it.
It sounds like you say it with the TH like in Mike Tyson.
Go back and clip it and see how my tone changed when I was saying it. You could go back and clip it. Yeah. No, I don't talk like that.
By the way, 10 Cats, do you have a home? You're like, I lived in Catalan for a week. I lived in Spain for a week. I don't know if you know what the word lived is. But a week typically doesn't imply that you lived there. Do you have somewhere to stay? Are you safe?
I lived there for 3 days.
He was actually the inspiration for the Allman Brothers' biggest song. He was born a rambling man.
We got the coat.
Oh, perfect. So you're fine. Well, and it's also summer, so I'll be more concerned in the winter months to make sure you're okay. But you got a coat, or 10 of them.
That's all that matters.
or 10 of them.
10 cats in a coat.
Yeah, it's just 10 cats, one single coat.
Yeah. And those cats aren't even your cats. They're just the ones at the dumpster next door to you.
Well, clearly he doesn't have it next door because he doesn't live anymore.
Well, I mean next door being he is next to the dumpster outside sleeping.
We didn't say he was a hobo. We just said he was a rambler.
Yeah, no, that's a thing, I guess. All right, timeout here for the Knicks. Knicks full timeout here, 87-70, 17-point game.
17.
Yeah, it's getting close. Getting close.
They cut it some, but they still got a lot of work to do here.
Yeah.
But I feel like this third quarter is taking forever. So
That's because basketball in general takes forever.
I did hear Mark Cuban was in an interview. I don't even remember with who the other day, and he said basketball should shorten their games to 10-minute quarters. And part of me he's like, well, look at all these other sports that have, baseball has their pitch clock to speed up the game, to shorten the game. Football only has 15 minutes of actual live action. So he's like, and then the ones that have the longest action, being like hockey and soccer, he's like, are the lowest rated in America. And I'm like, chill. We don't need to why bring people down?
Why?
Down?
Why?
But my issue with, if you take 8 minutes off the clock, like everything historical of the game, records, this, that, become like, how do you reconcile that? It no longer matter. Like you don't have it anymore. It's like starting a new record book with 40-minute games.
Yeah, I don't know if that's not what needs, in my opinion. That's not what needs to be fixed in basketball.
Fewer timeouts.
No, I don't even.
Timeouts. I do. I think there's but timeouts are for also commercials, so they're not.
Yeah, you have a struggle with that aspect of it. I mean, honestly, I don't have a problem. 12 minutes is fine for me. I don't. I mean, when I go to a game or when I'm watching a game, it's not like I'm like dying over those 2 minutes each quarter. Like that's not bothering me whatsoever. I think that there's just if we're talking about Boopy, what's going on? Thank you so much for the follow, my man. Let's go, my man. Let's get it.
For a second, I thought you said Boopsy, and I'm like, oh no, who had a Boopsy?
Who had a Boopsy?
That's what we call a friendly loss. A friendly loss.
3-point Wemby, Clanks, and Knicks.
Fallon. Why did I say Kimmel? Fallon.
Whatever sport considers a boopsie be a real term, it is not actually a sport.
Look, steal here.
Irony is more of a sport.
And up and bucket here for the Spurs. What are they calling here? Not sure what they're calling. Rick, are the NHL fans asking for 16-minute periods? Are soccer fans asking for 40-minute halves?
They are not asking for 16 minutes. In fact, there's some asking for more games to the Stanley Cup Finals because of how entertaining it's been.
Finals have been crazy. No.
Yeah, people have been saying that 7 games is not enough.
I think basketball needs to adjust how many games there are. That's my podium that I'm standing on. I think there doesn't need to be 82 games.
But that's taking way more money. Oh my goodness, what was that? That's taking money away from the owners. That's going to make the players make less money because you're not getting the amount of games. Whereas time of game doesn't necessarily affect that. I think that's why you still get the monetary value. Maybe it's a little less on like your TV deals because the games go from 2.5 to 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with shortening the season. The problem is everyone's got to be on board. The owners have to be on board. The players have to be on board. And both realizing that that's going to be a financial hit to them.
Yeah, I just think. And I've been on this.
There's plenty players will be for shortened seasons, like all the ones that have to have all the different rest days.
No,
like Embiid and
because
Kawhi.
but the rest days don't affect their salary. But a shortened season would affect their salary.
Yeah, I think if you're trying to make the sport of basketball just more, you're trying to make it more of a quality product, taking out money out of it. I think you shorten the season and make some of these games more meaningful, because right now 82 games. I've talked about this on the stream. Like, you get to the November and December outside of the Christmas games, then after the New Year, no one's watching basketball. It's like a dead end where you can go on a 5 or 10 game losing streak, and it doesn't really affect you too much in the grand scheme of the season. Everyone has slumps in the regular season, and there's these down parts of the season where no one really cares about watching basketball, when it's like, I just want to get to the playoffs. I just want to see what that's going to look like. Now, again, owners aren't going to like that, and the money and the revenue is going to take a hit, which is why it'll probably won't happen. But anyways, it's just like, there's no urgency. Losses don't really matter in the grand, like where you have, smaller, shorter seasons. Yeah, going on a 5-game losing streak really hurts you when you have less games to make that up. I think that there's also when each conference makes the play-in/playoffs. I think that that's also something. It's like all of it ends up being a participation trophy. Only 5 teams don't make the playoffs. Like, that's it. So it's like, oh, we could just, go for the play-in, see what happens. I don't know. That's just my thing for the NBA.
I mean, I don't think it should start till Christmas. I just don't think the players and owners are going to get there. But I think Christmas week should be when the NBA season starts.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I think that would be the great start to the season.
They're hidden by, no offense, but the NFL for so much of that time when they start their season.
Well, now that the NFL has taken over Christmas.
And the NFL plays every day. Well, the NBA still should do Christmas, even though the NFL has games on Christmas now. They still should.
They have to. Games. That's their marquee.
But yeah, now that the NFL plays like every day, basically, it makes it difficult. Where at least before the NBA, when they started in late October or whatever, you have, the NBA or NFL is only playing on Mondays and Sundays. And now it's Thursdays, sometimes Fridays,
sometimes Wednesdays.
Later in the season, Saturdays. It's obviously Sundays and Mondays. It's like Tuesdays, maybe the only day that like you have.
Yeah.
And even then, sometimes probably, teams have technically played on Tuesday before, but I don't think that was a scheduled game. I think those were like rescheduled games.
Yeah, like a blizzard shutting down the.
Yeah. But I don't know. Since I'm here, there's a question that for sure you could answer. Why I'm the U.S. Sports League, you put the World Cup each league final, even though in sumo only U.S. teams compete.
In summer? In summer, only U.S. teams compete, and that's at most 1 or 2 Canadian. I don't understand the question.
I quite understand the question. It's probably a translation thing.
It looks like it's sumo wrestling.
No.
Sumo.
Summer.
Though in summer, only U.S. teams compete.
Clarify your question a little bit, Boofy. I want to be able to answer. I'm trying to figure out the question.
So, Black Market, can any of you name who was in the NBA in-season tournament championship this season? And have you heard it brought up at all this playoffs? Wasn't it Milwaukee that won?
Chris would probably remember better than me.
I want to say it was Milwaukee that won.
Milwaukee.
I don't know why I feel like the Hawks were in it or something.
Wasn't it the
Hornets?
No, it wasn't the Pacers. The Pacers was last year.
Yeah, like the Hornets or Hawks? Why am I getting an H name in my... But no, I don't remember the NBA Cup.
Who was it? Was it Milwaukee? I think it was Milwaukee.
I think.
No, the Knicks. Did the Knicks win it?
No, it wasn't the Knicks. Was it? No, I would have.
Well, the fact that you can't figure it out is a good sign.
Milwaukee won last year. No, so Lakers won the first year. Yeah, last year was the second year. Was Milwaukee.
Okay.
And then what was this year?
Pistons?
No, I don't think it was the Pistons.
It was the Knicks and Spurs, says Black Market.
Was?
Yep. If that's
Was it
true,
the Spurs and Knicks?
I don't remember that game at all.
I don't remember.
And I don't think that's true. There's no way. I feel like I would have heard it talked about. Like, there's two teams that who played in the final of the NBA Cup also are playing in the NBA final.
Well, Black Market said no one's been talking about it.
Let's see.
There's no way. Chris, look it up and give us like hints.
Let me.
I don't think it's the Knicks and Spurs. I think that was a joke. But maybe. I mean,
25-26, New York Knicks defeat the San Antonio Spurs 124-113. MVP was Jalen Brunson, All NBA Cup team. Brunson, Doncic, Fox, SGA, and Karl Anthony Towns.
I had no idea. No idea.
Okay, there we go. Buffalo as the World Series in the MLB, but no international clubs play in it.
Well, there's technically one international club, but yeah, we call it the World Series because we're America.
It's just always been called the World Series. It probably sounds pretty arrogant at this juncture.
Ooh, yeah. It's a trap. Yeah, World Series is kind of misleading in the sense that, I mean,
are they the best team in the world? Likely, but without giving other teams a chance. Maybe we should. I've never really thought about that, but it sounds pretty douchey on our end.
It does, but at the same time, too, think about this, though. We do have a lot of international players. How many Americans are in the Major League Baseball right now? What percentage of baseball?
I would go like 60%.
Yeah, it's a
at least
majority, I would say.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of Central South American players. There's players from Japan. I mean, I think there's
Korea.
Korea. Yeah, so there's players from all over the world. So technically, you're getting the best players from everywhere. That there are really good players. But so in a sense, you can say world because there's a lot of players from around the world.
I just Googled it. Currently, according to this, it's 61% Caucasian currently.
We didn't ask for Caucasian. We asked for nationality.
Oh, well, that's fair. But how many players? Well, yeah, you're right. But black only comes up to it's only 6%.
6% American?
No, 6% U.S. born African American. So I guess it's actually up to because how many people are Caucasian that aren't American in Major League Baseball? Probably.
There's a handful.
Yeah, 5. It's not like Europe's really setting the trend, and Australia ain't coming over here anytime soon. So it's about 31% Hispanic Latino. But you're right. I did ethnicity instead of country.
There are 247 internationally born players in Major League Baseball representing 16 countries and territories outside of the United States. So World Series, Yeah.
I just looked up at 73.5% United States citizen or United States players.
Yeah, I saw that too.
That's pretty high. And then you add Dominican and Venezuela, and then it goes down to Cuba's fourth at 34 players, 2.3%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should. Do we need to rebrand it then? We need to rebrand the World Series.
The MLB Championship Series.
Ew.
Anyways, well, something to ponder as we get into the Major League Baseball season once we get done with basketball and hockey. Something to ponder.
The MLS should just start calling their postseason the World Cup.
We should. I think that would be perfect.
Yep. Let's do it.
Let's do it. San Antonio still maintaining a nice lead here, 15-point lead as we have 11:19 left in this game. And then once this game is over, we're going to talk some World Cup. We're going to get into all the basics for all you guys who don't know what it is or how it works. We're going to get into that. We're going to preview some of the teams to look out for and everything you need to know. Starting tomorrow is when the World Cup is going to begin. So I think they have the opening ceremonies and everything. I got the YouTube TV thing of like, which games do you want to record or which teams do you want to save? Woo, almost an alley-oop there. I clicked everything, Scotty. I picked every game. I was like, just record everything. I'll take it.
You're not going to watch all those.
No, but at least I'll have them just in case.
I'm mad. The U.S.'s second game is on my flight. It's like during my flight, I think.
Gonna get that Wi-Fi on the flight.
Well, yeah. I'll figure it out. I think it's during the flight. But like, I can't. You got to be like quiet on an international flight,
Oh,
especially one that's like an overnight one.
I mean, I feel like you can. There'll be people celebrating goals on there. There'll be people getting crazy. I feel like. I mean, it's a U.S. flight, right? You'd think
Mostly U.S. I would.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you feel like there's going to be some people that are watching and getting excited about it. Somehow the American League and National League best teams going head to head turns into the World Series. LOL.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way.
The National League is going to win the World Series this year, whether it's the Dodgers or not.
You never know, Rec.
93.
From the AL, the Yankees.
We're not even. I mean, we're in June right now. Who knows?
I have a question for you guys. I saw this argument, and I was talking about this a little bit yesterday with some people at work, and I was like, you know what? Like, it's interesting. So, the price of the tickets at New York for Madison Square Garden aftermarket were in the 7,000 to 10,000 range for like some of the cheaper seats, right? You have all these celebrities, like all of these tickets that are just being oversold. And I heard some people in the media saying, man, that atmosphere in New York is electric, right? It's electric. There's so much, hype in that stadium when everything's going right. When everything's not going well, that place feels like it's just a dead zone. And I was thinking about it. I'm like, is that partial due to the fact that, like, you have so many people, like these businessmen who are spending all this money, who maybe not necessarily Knicks fans, but they can afford to go to these games and spend thousands of dollars, and they're maybe not as diehard and crazy as some of these other fans when, like, things aren't going well. All the fair weather rich people who bought these tickets are coming in and kind of killing the vibe when things aren't going well. It sounds like a ghost town in that arena. Do you think there's something to that where you don't have like necessarily the maybe full gamut of true Knicks fans that probably would be way crazier? I mean, DJ Khaled was on his phone the entire game in half court for courtside for the last game. And people were pissed off that DJ Khaled wasn't even paying attention to the game. He was on his phone the whole night. Like, you think there's... do you agree there might be something to that a little bit?
Yeah. No, I would phrase it slightly different. Anywhere when your ticket prices go up into numbers such as this, you say like maybe these businessmen aren't even Knicks fans. I bet they're Knicks fans. They're just not going to be as rowdy and loud and crazy as some Knicks fans that, you're a wealthy businessman. You're probably not going wild at the game. Like, you're probably more reserved and like maybe you're with clients or prospects or whatever, or like things like that. So it becomes, a wine and cheese crowd that is a, thing in sports, and there's some teams that kind of have that inherently, like San Francisco for a while, the Niners in their new stadium. It felt like a wine and cheese. So I definitely think it's less rowdy and loud based off the ticket prices, pricing some fans that would go crazy with this opportunity out of being able to afford tickets to go. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think it's played a huge factor in who's won and lost these games.
No.
But
yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm not far off. Boofy. By that logic, the winner of the Premier League would be world champs. Plus, these sports have active pro leagues in their other countries. A true world championship means teams from different nations actually competing against each other. I guess my thing to that would be if like the NBA champion here. Let's just say the NBA champion, whoever it is, the New York Knicks. Let's say it's the Knicks. I would say that NBA champion is world champion in the sense that they are the best players in the world at what they do. Like, if they played any team in Europe, they would beat them. If they played any team
probably
in any other part of the world, in any other European league, Asian league, you name it. They're like the NBA champion would probably beat any team in the world. So if you wanted to say world champion for that particular like angle of it, where they are probably the best team in the world, even though it's an NBA champion, I could make that stretch. Now, as far as like baseball is an interesting one. You have the World Baseball Classic. Obviously, do we think the best
have a tournament?
World Baseball Classic exists, but do we think that the World Series champion would beat the World Baseball Classic champion team? Like, what would that look like?
Necessarily. Maybe.
Like, if you took, the Dodgers, and you put them against in a tournament against every other nation.
Yeah, they should win. It doesn't mean they guarantee you win. Like, obviously, if you just assembled the all-star team of Major League Baseball and you went up against any other all-star team in any other league in baseball, the Major League team should definitely win.
Sure.
But
so
I don't know. Things happen. You never know. Dominant pitcher, hit here, an error here. You never know. Just like that. See, you never know. The Cubs just tied the Rockies in the top of the ninth. Come on, Rocks.
Black market in the chat. You're right, but for better or for worse, U.S. is the most obnoxious, self-interested country allowed to get away with it. Plus, it's been happening forever. Boofy said maybe, but in sports, the competition is what makes it interesting. That's why World Cup is so interesting.
I find the World Cup far more interesting than even like the World Baseball Classic.
Oh, so, by far.
I mean, the World Cup as an international sport is probably the best tournament there is. And I would take it over Olympics probably for the most part.
Agreed.
Wait, you're taking that over curling?
Yes.
Yep. As much as I love curling, I would still take it over curling. Let's just put it that way. Wemby clanks it. Brunson gets the rebound. Steal by the Spurs. Coming back the other way. Castle dribbling the ball out and trying to get a decent shot.
Teams offensively are struggling a little bit to find buckets right now.
San Antonio has 22 points off of turnovers in this game, which has kind of been the difference. They've been really capitalizing on being solid on the defensive end of the basketball here for this game. Both teams shooting around low to mid 40% from the field. Only 38% for three from the Knicks. 10 for 26 from three. Spurs 3 doesn't go anywhere. It comes down to the Knicks.
I mean, we're 4 minutes into this fourth, and it's 7-5 in the fourth. So buckets are hard to come by. Which
it's tightening up.
Spurs, that's fine. That's fine. If the Knicks aren't scoring, they can't come back.
The Olympics is the best example for the topic. For example, in that sense, the U.S. should win always, but that's not the case.
In basketball.
In basketball, I'm saying. Well,
It's pretty close to always the case.
It's mostly the case. Tough shot and a bucket goes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Yeah, no, the see that's where egos can kind of get in with basketball in the Olympics. Is like it took up until the last couple international kind of just meltdowns by Team USA for them to say, "Oh, LeBron, okay, yeah, we need him, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, all these guys to come back out and show the world what's up." And they still, there was a chance they were still had some struggles against Serbia, and then they went up against France in the gold medal game and ended up taking care of business. But I mean, our boy Jokic kind of gave it to Team USA for a little bit there in that game, gave him a little scare. But yeah, I mean, generally, the U.S. should always have the best. And now the gap is closed in the world when it comes to basketball. European basketball players, they're starting to develop them in a way that, I mean, look at all the MVP candidates that we've received in the NBA over the last 5 years, 6 years. All the MVP candidates, Canada, Serbia, Greece, France. I mean, you name it. All these top. I mean,
wherever Joel
Embiid is from, and he claims he's from, because he'll play for U.S. He'll play for everybody. Yeah. So I mean, all the MVPs have been international players. So it's just or MVP the candidates. So the world is closing the gap. But the actual, like the overall talent, top to bottom, is U.S. has the best talent in the world. I've been told Europe teaches better team.
Say that anymore, though.
You're talking about soccer when you said that, right, Chris?
Soccer, yeah. No, we're the. I mean, U.S. best in the world. What are you talking about?
We never don't win the World Cup.
Let's see.
All of a sudden, this is getting sloppy from the Spurs. A couple made threes from the Knicks after not being able to score.
And look at this. Now, down 11. Karl Anthony Towns dribbling down the baseline against Wemby, and there it is. Just like that.
Left.
All those rich business people getting off their seats, Hey. The Knicks.
Josh Hart is, or no, that's not Josh Hart. Who's 5?
Josh Hart.
Dude's fouling.
Oh no, that's Alvarado. That's Alvarado.
Yeah, Hart's 3, right?
Yeah.
Alvarado is fouling Castle every time, and then he throws his arms up in the air.
Karl Anthony Towns. I'm not gonna lie. I've been pretty impressed with how he's played. Especially against Wemby in this series. I feel like he's just gone straight up with Wemby and just challenged him. Not scared of the length, and I mean, I like it. This is the kind of cat that Minnesota wishes they kind of got. Which he was good for Minnesota. I saw a story. I think Cat was like, "Yeah, Minnesota wanted me out in 7 days." They're like, "Pack your shit, get out of here, go to New York."
It was in 24 hours.
Or was it 24 hours? They were like,
it was not days. It was 40 hours. Or I don't know.
48 hours to get out. We need you. You should know how well Cat plays. You saw no. It's not the same though. It's not the same. 10 Cat. I mean, when you have Cat and then you also have a backup big behind him waiting. Either way, there's offensively, defensively, there's just matchup problems when you have a couple dudes that you could throw at Jokic that are just twin towers down there.
I would say you missed the LOL at the end of that.
Oh,
I think that was a joke.
Oh.
So off topic, what do you feel about the whole Brendan Sorsby incident?
I mean, I don't think he should play, but it sounds like. Well, I don't know. I obviously the appeal was denied, but then there's some sort of injunction, or like I don't even know what's going on at this point, but it sounds like now he might be able to play.
A judge ruled that he will only serve a 2-game suspension.
I don't know how one judge can just do that. I think he probably shouldn't play, but also kids make dumb choices. He's not a murderer, at least as far as I know.
So this is just a betting thing, right? Was this the betting thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was caught gambling on multiple things, including Indiana football, when he played for Indiana football, like betting against his own team.
I don't know if he ever bet. Did he ever bet against them?
I believe he bet against Indiana at some point in time.
I see this thing. I was behind on this. I missed this story until like a couple days ago, and then even then I was like, "What?" I didn't pay much attention, but it looks like I'm just googling it. This included wagers on his own team, Indiana, in 2022, though he did not play in those games.
Still, it doesn't matter. It's like Calvin Ridley was big on the Falcons when he wasn't playing.
Well, there's an inside information thing.
Exactly.
Boofy in the chat, may I suppose that you will be following the whole World Cup? Yes, we will. If you really want a hot topic, it's not even hot topic here, I don't think. Who would you prefer, Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo? I mean,
that's obvious.
Messi.
I mean, getting into that conversation can get real messy.
Messi is definitely the guy you want. Ronaldo's a tremendous athlete and finisher. Messi's so much more skilled.
Messi's he's mesmerizing to watch, man. They're
creative, more of an assist guy, can set up your teammates as well. Like, wow, this game is down to a 4-point game.
I know,
it's a 3-point basket. Wow, 4 minutes left. New York closes the gap. Larry David's going wild on the side. Timothy Chalamet. All these celebrities popping out of their seats right now. Taylor Swift is jumping for joy on this. Is she a Knicks fan?
Tonight she is, apparently. Is this like a bachelorette party?
Is this, yeah, what is the, everyone's wearing?
Why do they all have matching shirts?
Is that, I didn't know, I mean, maybe she's like a heart, maybe, where's she from originally? Where's Taylor Swift from originally?
I think she's Pennsylvania.
Not New York. Yeah, because her dad was like, grew up an Eagles fan, I think I remember that. So maybe Pennsylvania?
Ah, man. She's partying like she's been a Knicks fan her whole life. Could have fooled me.
Well, she was courtside cheering on the Cavs not too long ago.
Yeah. Wait, what? Let's. No, I know. It's like, I'm just saying that. Like,
next
wait.
To her fiance. Although, did you see reports? Did we talk about that? I can't remember. That they're getting married in Madison Square Garden. Reportedly.
Oh no, I saw. Yeah, we talked about that last. Okay. Where you said you were invited.
One second. Yeah. Yeah. So she's just.
Do you get a +1?
Hanging.
Can you send me? Can you get me there too? I'll support.
Yeah. If I have a +1, it's definitely gonna be you, Chris. No doubt.
Appreciate that. What a game, Sistiacola. Welcome in. How much was your ticket, Scott, for the wedding?
I get an appearance fee.
They had to pay Scotty to go.
Yeah.
The other girls are in the band, Hayam, that have opened for her on tour. How do you know all this? How do you know all this? Did they say it? Ooh, 3 there for the Spurs. 102.95. Tons of time. 4 minutes. Brunson bringing the ball up the court. New York leads the series, by the way, 2-1 in this one. So Knicks trying to win a game at home. They haven't won for their hometown fans here in Madison Square Garden in the finals quite yet. Alvarado with a nice little shake and bake down low in the paint, getting the ball off the glass for.
Just ran around in circles until it opened up.
Yeah.
Real quick, between the
I mean, Wemby made that shot. Wemby taking that shot to me is stupid, but he made it.
It's not one of the
Settling.
if you're the Knicks, you'll let him take those.
It's not that he can't make them. Obviously, he can, but like he can get way better looks than that.
Brunson dribbling the ball around half court. Alvarado to Cat. Back to Alvarado. Back to Brunson. Brunson dribbling to his right. Back to Alvarado for three. Bang for three. Jose Alvarado all of a sudden waking up in this fourth quarter as well. All of a sudden, the 3-point percentage for the Knicks has jumped to 47%. Is how they've kind of creeped back into this game. Their 3-point shot has been falling over the last quarter. Spurs clank
1-3 and have clanked otherwise, drastically dropping.
Just bricking it.
47% from three, and you're down at home by 4 in a finals game. When you've made 14 of 30 from three is kind of wild.
Messi is only raw talent, but Cristiano is raw talent. Not as much as Messi, but just a few inches behind. But a lot of hard work and stuff, and then needed. Yeah. So I think you're saying the same thing. Messi's probably the dude.
One game.
Jalen Brunson, bang! For 3, 1-point game. New York has stormed back. This isn't the first time they've stormed back in the fourth quarter on a team, by the way. Ask the Atlanta Hawks how they feel about their fourth quarter lead.
Gosh.
And and it's a steal, and then wow. He misses the bunny. Just totally rips.
Gets the lead for the Knicks.
Wow.
And now Wemby down. Oh, gets fouled. Gonna have 2 at the line.
Unreal. How is Jose Alvarado just hitting everything and then just smokes the layup? New York Knicks have all the momentum right now. By the way, this De'Aaron, like, they're not on the same page. Spurs on that pass. De'Aaron Fox. That's how they lost that close game the other day, where Wemby wasn't ready coming down the court and he just passes the ball, or like they're just.
Hart missing that is insane, though.
Oh, it was Hart. I thought it was Alvarado. Yeah, Hart.
No,
Hart. Man, he's overthinking it. Wemby Missed the first free throw.
Bricks the first.
This is turned into a game. Spike Lee with all his accessories sitting there freaking out on the sideline. Knicks fans are wide awake for the first time all game long. They were all sleeping through the first 3 quarters of this game.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Awake.
Unbelievable. And then now,
how many points did the Spurs have at half? Have they scored like 30 points in the second half?
I don't know. They haven't scored much. Brunson to Cat at the top of the circle. Back to Brunson. Brunson dribbling on Castle. Castle trying to keep him in front. Brunson gets to the paint. Floater up and in. And the Knicks have their first lead of the game. They were down 29 points at one point in this one. Now are back in this game with 1:16 left, and the Spurs are feeling like they are trying to survive here. And I don't know if they will. And Castle fumbles the ball, stays in bounds, gets to the baseline, and foul or timeout? What's happening here?
I think they're saying he was on the end line.
And this ball is going to the New York Knicks.
On the end line.
What a meltdown for the San Antonio Spurs, who
I don't think he was, but they didn't review it.
No, he was not out of bounds. He was. I don't think I saw his foot touch the line.
Unless the ball hit out of bounds, but his feet definitely didn't.
Brunson with the ball here at midcourt, working towards Wemby, gets double teams, gets the ball to Alvarado. Alvarado trying to find Brunson again. Does find him. Dribbles to the baseline.
What are we doing?
And
what just happened? Was that a shot clock?
that was not. It was a shot clock. Bad possession for the New York Knicks there. 38.8 seconds left in this game. This game is crazy. I see. There was a reason why I just had a feeling this game was going to be like close down the stretch. Just had a feeling. I need to go back though. Hold on. Where's my?
Do you think there's some sort of conspiracy with this, considering that both in the NBA and NHL, nobody has the slightest idea of how to hold a lead? It's like every team gets a big lead and they suddenly forget how to play their sport.
I just think that teams just let off the gas and they think that they're safe and they're not. And
You'd think they would have run by now 4 games in each series.
my feed got messed up now.
Check your.
I see it.
guys'
I don't
message.
know if we can say that on stream.
Check what? What did I see?
I like
Check,
it, but
I
don't think we
messaged you
can
guys
say
in Discord. Just
I
you two.
see.
Hold on, let me look.
I just thought of it. I'm like, I don't know.
Yes. Oh man, yeah. No, I think it's not too soon. We've had some time, right? We've had some time to
We've had
digest.
some time.
Was that a green light? I thought I was gonna get a red light for sure. I'm not even sure I want to say it, but it's in. If I say something insane, guys, it's meant to be a joke and a jest. Okay, it's like we're at
the same
a.
things all the time.
Well,
It's like we're at a roast or something.
yeah, roasts. It's fine. It's fine. We got to grow up and like learn how to be adults and be able to appreciate good comedy. I need to restart my feed because my feed is not working, and all of a sudden I'm watching inside or the TNT pregame show, and I'm like, where did the game go?
So just to update you, miss from De'Aaron Fox, but Stephon Castle gets in for the rebound and gets fouled on the putback. So he'll be going to the line down 1. He sneaks in and he absolutely gets shoved from Josh Hart from behind.
Okay, play, join live. Okay, I'm finally back. Okay.
Our game.
I'm here. I'm finally here.
I'm here. Also,
I'm
we
here.
have bad echo.
I'm here.
Okay. All right. We're back. Castle. Missed that first one. Still tied.
All right, see you, Boofy.
He made the first one, Chris.
Oh, he made the
That's
first one.
why it's tied.
Hey, bye, Boofy. Great
See
to
you,
have
Boofy.
you. Thank you for being here. Join the Discord, by the way, before you leave. ! Discord in the chat rec. Love to have you in the Discord so we can talk World Cup with you over the course of this next month.
Tournament.
Yeah. All right. So we got a
Go.
106,
30 seconds left.
105 timeout for the Spurs. Or no, Knicks. Timeout for the Knicks. Here as we have 30.3 seconds. Woo! This is coming down to it. This is going to be a fun one. Glad you guys are sticking with us for the entire game. I'm glad this got better because I was really hoping that it would, and I didn't think it was going to be this good. So,
Second best game of the night outside of the Rockies getting a 3-2 win over the Cubs.
hey, let's
Big
go.
Big
Let's
one.
go.
Stay hot. I think that's like 2 in a row for the Rocks. So
Stay hot. Streaking.
yes, sir.
Hey. Medic. Guys, this whole series has been an instant classic.
There he is.
There he
We cheered
is.
for him when it was a 29-point game earlier in the game.
You came in at just the
Now-
right time, Medic.
Now, someone was wondering where you were at during that time. Like, not us, like someone in the chat. But
Series of a lifetime right here brewing for you, Medic. Yeah, no, this game, this 29-point deficit at one point. Just looking tonight, do you think Adam Silver wants a more certain Knicks championship or a longer series? I think either would be fine. I think he would prefer Knicks championship, maybe. But either way, it's good for what he wants. If the Knicks pull this off, it'll be legendary. I mean, I think this will be one of the bigger wins in NBA Finals, coming back down from down 29. Brunson, Cat, Brunson back. And
wow.
Unreal.
Wow, this is crazy. Oh, over and back.
Block. I'm behind you, I think.
They gave him what?
Is that
what?
What did they?
That was over and back.
That was over and
I don't
back.
have the volume on, so like maybe there was a whistle before, but like
they gave him a timeout.
I love that the Knicks called a timeout so that they could just spread the floor and ISO Brunson. Like that was what we dialed up.
We're gonna come down
a full timeout to figure that out.
We're coming down to a last shot for the Knicks. Knicks with the ball down one.
Wait, I hate not having the audio on right now because I'm like, what just happened?
I could turn the audio on.
Did they get the timeout? Did they get the timeout before his over and back? Because he went over and back.
He did. And they must have like timed that perfect. It's like an NHL offsides, it's like got to time that blue line right. They timed crossing that line with a timeout just right, just perfectly. Let's see. Very happy you're enjoying the hoops. This has been a hell of a game. It was kind of a snooze fest for most of it, actually, and then all of a sudden it woke up to be an insane fourth quarter. How many points did we decide how many points the Spurs have scored? Oh, here it is.
Yeah, 29.
Here's what they're showing. He clearly goes over and back before the foul was called. That's insane.
All right.
That's such a clear backcourt violation.
No fouls to give. No timeouts, no fouls to give here.
Can you review? You can't review that?
What's happening here now?
I'm so confused.
That's going to be debated for a while by Spurs fans.
It's not even debatable.
Brunson with the ball. 3. Oh, and it's off the front of the rebound. Oh my gosh, it goes in. Did it make it?
Yeah.
1.2 seconds. 1.2 seconds. What a freaking rebound off the front of the rim, Brunson. And all of a sudden, the Knicks find themselves up 107 to 106. Adam Sandler's partying. Jerry Seinfeld's just in disbelief. You got the Swifties going crazy courtside. Marcus Camby chilling in the house. 1.2 seconds. 107, 106. Wow. McEnroe, Larry David, all the celebrities are seeing something. Like, this is wild. This is one of the craziest finishes to a game in NBA Finals history. I feel like this has been an insane end to this game. What a tip by
Guy does not look excited.
What a tip by OG.
I mean, that was a cool play. I'm just still so lost. I don't even know.
I mean, that tip was, you had to have the perfect touch on that tip to get that to go in.
Would you like to phrase that a little bit differently?
I mean, ooh.
The perfect touch on that tip.
Wow. And then let's just see the crowd reaction here. Everyone's going nuts. And the Spurs have 1.2 seconds to get a bucket at the end of this game. They will have the ball advanced to this side of the court, to the Knicks side of the court. It's whether or not they're going to have a chance to get a shot off, a quality shot, in 1.2 seconds.
Do they just throw it at the hoop to Wemby?
I would think that would be one of your options. Oh, he was open. Oh, and he fumbled it, and the Spurs end up just choking out. Castle was wide open.
Was that tipped from the inbound?
I think it might have been
woefully short. I think it might have been tipped on the inbound pass, but
wow. What an insane finish to this game. I don't know if I've seen a game like this in a long time, if not. What the Knicks did to come back in this game. OG Anunoby, the hero of game 4. Did I see the largest comeback in an NBA Finals history? Down 29. Is that what I saw? What an insane end to this game.
Crazy.
This is why we watch sports, the greatness, for greatness like this. I am not watching Game 5, says Blizzy. You're not watching Game 5, Blizzy?
Should we guarantee that the Spurs are going to win Game 5?
I'll be back. I don't know. I don't know if you come back from a loss like that.
I don't know if you can. That is as demoralizing of a loss as you could possibly have in this series. Oh, look, you can see Lisa Salters in this picture as opposed to the last one where she was interviewing Wemby. The last game she was interviewing Wemby, all you could see was the top of her head and the hand with the microphone. You could not see her. Right place, right time. No one boxed out on that one. Everyone is kind of ball watching on the rebound here. They're doing the replay of. Yeah, that's just no one finding a man. You got to find a man and you got to box out. If you don't have a man that you can find on the court and you can't box out everyone. 33 points for OG, 10 for 15, playoff career high. As he ends up getting the game-winning shot for the New York Knicks in this one. I don't know how we're going to be able to do justice to our World Cup preview after watching a game like this. That was insane. The New York Knicks, to Scotty's point, to what I think they win this series. I mean, they were going to probably win the series already, but I just don't think the Spurs can just mentally come back from a loss like that. The Knicks never gave up in this game, and they continued. You can't make mistakes against a veteran team that's made these comebacks throughout the course of these playoffs. They did it multiple times. Oh, look who it is. John Calipari's chilling. Man, everyone's at this game. Everyone. The Knicks, you know that they're going to be coming back. They've done it multiple times in this NBA playoffs. They did it again tonight.
Chris, the Spurs scored 30 points in the second half.
Bruh.
Lost by 1.
You can't you can't do that.
That's insane. I mean, yeah, I keep going back and forth whether I want to say my quote or not, and I can't decide.
Say it, just yeah, go for it. I mean, that's a big meltdown right there.
I haven't.
He's still thinking.
I haven't seen a large tower in New York collapse like that in 25 years.
I mean, that was a collapse. That was a collapse. You can't. You can't. I mean, what? And this is where I think the inexperience of the Spurs comes into play, right? Because if I'm an inexperience of Wemby, I think Wemby, like, where did he go in the second half? It's not like he was. What did he finish with? Let me look at the stats of this game. Victor Wembanyama finished with 24 points, but I mean, how much of that was in the second half? How much did he have in the first half?
I want to know how many field goals the Spurs made in the second half. Like, if they scored 30 points total, you got to think 10 of those were at least at the line. So you made like 20 points on jump shots.
I mean, as far as this goes, Spurs shot 42% from the field, 40% from three. The largest lead of the game, 29 points. The largest lead for the Knicks in the game, 1 point. The largest lead for the Knicks was 1 point. Unbelievable. I just points off of, what was it? Points conceded off turnovers, 24 points to 11 in favor of the Knicks. That was kind of one of the big stats that swung in favor. The 3-point shot just started ramping up by the end of the game. 3-point percentage went from, I think it was like 39% for the Knicks all the way up to 47 by the end of the game. So shot close to 50% from three. I'm curious how. I don't know.
I saw that in the third quarter that the Spurs made 4 field goals in the third quarter. I haven't found anything on the fourth yet, but again, they scored 16 points, so probably just run through the play-by-play and
Patrick, why do you need more money?
I like how they actually start singing that. I start singing.
Evo, thank you for the 200 bits, Evo. It's always good to have you back in.
Is it?
Victor Wembanyama had 16 points in the first half, by the way. He had 16 points in the first half, finished with 24. I mean, you need it. I mean, I know he's a kid. But you're the face of that team. You need to figure out a way. And this is the learning experience for him. He's going to be better in the future. If you're going to be the best player in the world, this is where you need to start living up to that. And he's going to need to learn how to do that. Because right now, games like this where he kind of disappears and he just can't get anything going offensively or whatever, like, you can't be the best player in the world and finish in a game like this. 16 points in the first half, 24 points in the game. 8 points in the second half is not good enough.
I mean, the Spurs made eight shots as a team in the second half. 8. I mean, that's insane. 3 3-pointers and 5 2-pointers in 24 minutes of basketball. Like, that is improbable. It's impossible.
Basketball is stupid. So who's better, Wemby or Brunson? Brunson's been better. Brunson, I mean, 36 points tonight, 12 for 25. I mean, being the leader of his team and being a veteran and knowing what it takes to close out games, Brunson's been the better player.
Yeah, if you were talking about in the series, who's
the
better player?
Yeah.
Wemby. But like in a series, it could be Brunson, sure.
Depends on how you're looking at it. If you're looking at it in a vacuum or looking at it in the series. I thought basketball was the perfect sport. It's pretty perfect, close to perfect. Maybe Wemby should spend
there's
more.
a lot wrong with it.
Maybe Wemby should spend time drawing plays instead of statues. He's doing a lot of extracurriculars outside. But either way, Wemby will be good. He's just in these moments. It's just too big for him. The moment's too big for him. Brunson has been better in the fourth. That's true. What's up, JT? Good to have you in. What time is it? It's 9. We're gonna have to do a quick. We're gonna have to transition.
Do a 5-minute preview of the World Cup.
So Wemby is too young. I mean, I think right now he just needs experience being in the NBA and knowing what it takes in these big situations. He's 22 years old, and he's been thrown into the biggest series of his life while being expected to carry that team. I know that you have Castle. I know you got Harper. I know you got some studs, but you're the leader and you're the best player on that team. And to have the weight of a series against New York Knicks with all of their veterans and that crowd and everything, like, to be able to elevate to the moment at 22 years old, it's just a tall order. And maybe it's not fair, right? Maybe it's not fair to ask that of a kid like that. It's just, man, there's just a difference of there's levels to this. The Knicks are a veteran team with veteran players who know how to close games and know how to come back and know how to be professional and make the right plays. They're well coached. They got a great coach. So they stay poised. They know what they're capable of, you know? If you suck so bad you're getting blown up by 29, but then you win, do you still suck? I mean, they're one game away from winning the NBA Finals, so I would say no. Just you know, I would say no. Why? But then 10 Cat says, "Why don't you ask the Atlanta Falcons?"
Speaking of basketball, real quick. I mean, I made a 9/11 joke, but it's just too soon for the Falcons Super Bowl.
A little too soon. It's too soon. Black Cat or Black Cat. Black Market.
That was only a decade ago or whatever that was.
Fox not pulling that ball up with pulling up one with 14 seconds left and taking free throws instead.
He should have.
Yeah.
He definitely should have. I think he probably got fouled, but I'm not shocked they didn't call that in that situation either. Fox is supposed to be the veteran on the team. Granted, he played his whole career for the Kings, so he doesn't have a lot of playoff experience. But yeah, he should have dribbled that out, run some clock, and got to the line for sure.
What a game!
Reason up here. What is happening? Chris, speaking of NBA, real quick, this is personal for you, but did you hear about the whole altitude crew today?
I did hear about it. I'm not as torn up about it as everyone else is. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, I'm not torn up about it, but you know.
Also, Chris, you know why this comeback happened? Danhausen.
I'm telling you, the curse.
I'm going to bed.
It's the curse. The Danhausen curse strikes the San Antonio Spurs once again. I mean, what's weird is I don't think he's cursed the Spurs. I don't think he's cursed any of the Spurs at this point. So I don't know if the curse is coming into play in this series. At least not that I'm aware of. He more have removed the curse from the Spurs in the Atlanta series, and he just never cursed any other teams outside of Cleveland. So I don't even know if there's a curse at the moment. The Knicks are winning this all by themselves without Danhausen. Right, Scotty?
I'm not going to discuss that.
Roger.
What's up, Orioles? Saturday's next game. Wow. Oh yeah, I was going to ask about that. Were they a good broadcast crew? Nuggets announced they got rid of their two broadcasters that have been around forever, and then they got rid of a couple people on their altitude broadcast booth that they have. Post game.
Was it more than one? I know it's Dempsey, but
Dempsey,
Hastings, Marlowe, and Dempsey. Yeah.
But you know how I feel about Marlowe. I've been asking for him to. I'm in the minority with Marlowe. I've never been a Marlowe guy. Like, do I hate him? Do I not like him? No, he's fine. I just don't like his commentary during basketball games. That's all. He was a
volleyball player.
Yeah, he's not.
I'll give him credit. He was pretty bad the first year or two, like really bad. And he made progress and learned the game and like got better. But I'm excited to see who they hire.
Agreed.
Like, are they going to go the obvious route with one of them though? I'm not saying that's wrong, but are they just going with the low-hanging fruit? Well, not even the female broadcaster.
They might be, and I don't know if I would like. She's fine too. She might be better. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of hers either, but like I think that would be an upgrade. Still, I think that would be an upgrade. They probably will though. As long as we're talking broadcast, rip Stacey King. He made some terrible Bulls teams fun to watch. Yeah, Stacey King passing away. Let's see. Spurs are plus 500 to win the series. Anyone jumping on that? Nope. Not me.
I might.
I mean, maybe they'll win one of these. Like,
let's keep in mind they're one made shot in two of those games from being up 3-1 as well. So I think they lost 2 of the 3 by a point, right?
Did they lose all 3 by a point?
Was it all? No.
No, there was one that was a little bit more.
I think game 1 was not by a point. I think games 2, 4.
So the current odds for the game 5 are Spurs are favored by 5.5 and minus 205 on the money line.
So all of the money, as I checked, like 90% of the spread and the money line is on the Knicks, which means go ahead and bet the Spurs.
Yeah, Spurs. I don't know why my conspiracy hat is. I just think. How much do the New York Knicks want to win in New York in Game 6? How much? Like, let's be honest. Like the Spurs or the Knicks want that. Madison Square Garden wants that. The celebrities all want that. Like, how much do you?
Sorry, I wasn't even listening. They don't do 2-3-2 anymore. The NBA Finals, right?
No.
Yeah, it's 2-2-1-1-1.
It's 2-2-1-1-1. Yeah. So Game 6 would be in New
It
York.
would be 2-3-2, which drove me nuts.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, how much do all the Knicks fans, the Knicks celebrities, want to win in New York? Like, I'm honestly, I almost want to guarantee the Spurs win Game 5.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say last stream too. It's like they're going to go to Game 6 because, at the very least, have you seen the price of the tickets at Madison Square Garden?
Oh, that's
a moneymaker.
My conspiracy tinfoil hat has me thinking the Spurs are going to win Game 5 because the Knicks want to win Game 6 at home. And not to say that they're going to throw the game by any means, but like if they happen to lose it or if something they just don't play well in Game 5, are they going to be disappointed to come home for Game 6? No, they're not. And neither will Knicks fans. I think Knicks fans, if don't ask Knicks fans this, because I don't know if any of them will be honest with you. If you ask a Knicks fan right now, would you rather them win in New York, or would you to lose this next game? Deep down in those Knicks fans' hearts, they're like, sure, I wouldn't hate them losing in Game 5.
They want to win in Game 5 because the Knicks fans have gone through so much that if they lose Game 5, they're going to start questioning everything. Then what if they lose to Game 6? Then it goes to a Game 7. All things are off the table. Like, no, any rational Knicks fans should say, yeah, just win the next game.
Rational Knicks fans. Yeah.
Well, that's true. There's probably not a ton of
Knicks fans aren't always rational, Scotty. They're kind of crazy. All right. So that being said, I think, yeah, exactly. want the win. I don't care where. No, and that's how normal fans, rational fans should think. Black market. Knicks fans equals Chiefs fans. Evil.
No. I mean, you couldn't have a more different fan base from Knicks and Chiefs fans. Well, that's probably not true, but it's pretty close to being at the opposite ends.
They're both obsessed with Taylor Swift, so that checks.
I don't know if either are.
Both have Taylor Swift. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
True. That's probably the only commonality.
Wow. Okay. That being said, we're going to do a quick preview of the World Cup here. Keep your questions coming. Keep your thoughts on the NBA Finals. Next game is Saturday, right? Saturday?
Yep.
So we could potentially have a new NBA champion by the next show. Otherwise, yeah, we're going to be going back to Madison Square Garden for Game 6. So we'll see what happens with that. Let's go ahead and let's switch gears here. Because tomorrow, speaking of going, I mean, we're going back to back. We went from this game to the start of one of the best tournaments, the best sporting events on the calendar at any level, and that is the World Cup. And we're going to do a whole preview for you guys here to make sure that you know everything there is to know about the World Cup. And so we're going to dive into some of the teams, our thoughts, or maybe we could talk about predictions. I don't know if you have a set prediction, Scotty. I don't really have one right now. I was going to maybe wing it, but if we want to talk about any kind of dark horse teams, any kind of things that, we'll cover all of it here. So we're going to spend the last probably, 20 to 30 minutes of our show diving deep down into the World Cup so you guys are aware of what's going on. How does the world have a cup? Where are its arms? Good question. Evil.
Is it though?
Is it?
It's a trap.
Yeah, I don't know. All right.
First of all, there's different types of cups, so you don't always need arms for a cup, unless you're talking about that other arm, the third arm.
True. All right. So, World Cup. We have kind of a big deal happening. This only happens every 4 years, which it takes about 3 years of kind of qualifications and different things to get to this point. And then we are finally here at the World Cup. So this is going to be a World Cup 101. We're going to be breaking this down for World Cup for dummies. World Cup 101 for all of you guys who don't watch soccer, because soccer's not a big thing. We're calling it football too, because football is the world's, you kick it with your foot, right? Kind of the theme there, Scotty.
No, you punch it with your hand.
But we're gonna break this down a little bit. Basics, no stupid questions, Scotty. 11 players play on the field for each side. Did you know that? Now you do.
I did.
Managers. So each match, we're gonna have matches every single day for the next month. So the schedule is going to culminate, ending at the end of June. And then we are going to just continue on until we get through and have a champion. 5 total substitutions are allowed during each match to freshen up or switch tactics, so on and so forth. Teams play for 90 minutes per game, split into 2 45-minute halves. A win gets you 3 points. A draw gets you 1 point. And a loss gets you absolutely nothing, at least in the first group stage of this tournament. There's group stages, and then there's elimination stages. The single elimination, knockout rounds is what they call them. This year is going to be new. There is a record 48 teams vying for the one trophy. These teams have been split into 12 groups of 4 teams, which have been decided through the random World Cup draw that took place back in December. So all the teams are in their groups, ready to go. The teams in each group play each other once, meaning all nations will play a minimum of 3 games at the tournament. Each group is a mini kind of league, so to speak, with the final rankings based on the number of points each team gets from its 3 matches. So you get 3 points for a win, like I said, 1 point for a tie, and then 0 points for a loss. Once the group matches are over, the top 2 nations from each group progress to the knockout rounds. Then 8 of the best third-place finishers across the groups will join them. It essentially means we'll have kind of a 32-team knockout stage for what's going to happen into the knockout rounds.
They're keeping 2/3 of the teams,
basically. Yeah. So
moving into the knockout stage. So unless you're in the bottom third, you're making it to the knockout round.
And so then once you're in the knockout round, you're in the tournament style. Like, so if you know your March Madness bracket, you know any other sports brackets, this is how this works. And you're in the bracket round of 32. Then you have your matches. There's no tie. No points don't matter at this point. You're going into extra time. And then if it's tied, and then you go into penalty kicks. If you continue to have no break of the tie by your 2 overtime mini halves.
2 15-minute, I think, extra time halves.
Correct.
And it's not golden. I don't believe it's golden goal, right? So it's
yeah.
Even if you score in overtime, you got to play the full amount.
Yeah. So let's say you're in the first half of your. Let's say you finish regulation, and you're in the first half of that overtime. A goal doesn't matter. You're playing out both those halves no matter what. If you're still tied after that, you go to penalty kicks where you'll pick your best players to go one-on-one shooting at the goal with a goalie in front of you, and you just got to beat the goalie. But we're going to go from the round of 32 to the round of 16, quarterfinals, semifinals, and the final at like a normal bracket would function. So that's kind of the gist of what this looks like. And then as we're getting into this, we have all of our nations. We have some favorites that are projected as of right now. So we have, as far as the current favorites, Spain is the current favorite. By the way, reigning champion, in case you don't know, is Argentina. Lionel Messi led Argentina to the World Cup 4 years ago. And now we have Spain as the favorite. France, England, Portugal, Brazil, and Argentina are the top 5 in terms of odds to win the World Cup. So that's kind of how this works with all of the details.
Who'd you say?
Spain, France, England, Portugal, Brazil.
Okay.
Are the top of those top teams.
Yeah. No, I have Argentina tied with Brazil at 5th, but yeah.
And then Argentina, the defending champs, 10-1 behind all those other teams I just mentioned, as far as that goes. So that is your World Cup in a nutshell 101 for all of you guys who don't have any idea what any of this is. The points don't matter. Whose line is... Yeah, where the points don't matter and everyone wins. Can we call it the beautiful game? We could, if you want to. You can call it whatever you want. Nah, it's kicky ball.
Just don't call it a boopsie.
Yeah, don't call it a boopsie.
No boopsies now. No boopsies now.
So, that being said, if you guys have questions, throw them in the chat. We'll get you all squared away. The matches begin tomorrow. All of the home... this is, by the way, another first time for a World Cup. This is the first time the host country is 3 countries. You normally have only one host country. This year we have Mexico, USA, and Canada who are all hosting all of these matches. And so that's kind of a new change on what happens typically in a World Cup. So you'll have different spots around each location that will be hosting these World Cup events. As far as all of the different groups, those have all been set, as mentioned. The World Cup final will end on July 19th. That will be the final match of the championship of this World Cup. So That's kind of how that works. There are 2 Canadian venues, one in Toronto, one in Vancouver. The United States will host a majority of the spots. The other spot will be Monterrey, Mexico. I think, are they in Mexico City as well? Mexico City. I want to say that.
I think they have 2 locations. I don't remember what the other one.
Mexico City and Monterrey. Monterrey has 4 matches. LA.
Monterrey is a legit stadium with a huge, sweet backdrop.
Yeah.
So I know that stadium.
They're
not. Are they? They're not playing at the Azteca though, are they?
I don't.
Or are they?
I don't know. I have to double check. I was hoping to. I thought I saw Mexico City was in there. In the United States, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle, Kansas City, Dallas, Houston, Atlanta, Miami, Philadelphia, New York, and Boston will be hosting.
Mexico has 3 sites with Monterrey, Azteca in Mexico City, and Guadalajara. Also.
Okay, so there you go. So yeah, those are all the stadiums that will be hosting all of these matches.
And all of the stadiums had to get like basically new turf put in to match FIFA regulations for these fields. I mean, and by turf I mean grass, to be specific. And some of these stadiums don't even have grass usually. So the grass looks immaculate. Everyone's going to be fine. People are going to complain, but it's going to be great.
Now that we have all the story or the basics out of the way, we can start talking storylines. We can start talking who we think is going to have some success, who maybe some dark horse teams.
U.S. will have success.
U.S., by the way, obviously the United States is going to be having an uphill battle. I mean, I think they're 60-1 as of right now, tied with Mexico. Further down the list of teams that are vying for the World Cup championship.
On DraftKings, Mexico's 65-1. So
ooh, sucks to suck. I think as far as, and then even all the host countries are kind of, even Canada. Canada's down there, even worse than both of those.
Lowest.
Yeah. So
200 to 1.
But let's talk about U.S. here. Let's talk about the United States. Let's say you have no experience and have no idea what's going on with the United States, and you're just kind of like, what am I expecting? What am I going to be watching from the United States? So the United States, still they're kind of middle of the pack when it comes to being viable, contenders for the World Cup, but that doesn't change the fact that they might have some strengths and weaknesses that they might be able to lean on. USA runs a 3-4-2-1, which is the kind of the formation. There's formations, and every team has their own unique formations as far as that goes. So 3-4-2-1, 3 defenders in the back is what they're running. All 3 center backs, with Chris Richards as the true reliable back of the 3. The other 2 kind of can be questionable at times, but they're fine. By the way, defense and goalkeeping, by far the weakest units on this United States team.
Chris Richards being back, he did not play in these last 2 friendlies with sprained ankle, and there was questions whether he was going to play at all. But
correct,
sounds like he's good to go, which is pretty big for that defense. I agree. I mean, I feel like in every World Cup, our the goalie has been the strength of our team, oftentimes, but not in this case. You're right. Where our weakness is on the back end for sure.
Correct. So defense and goaltending is going to be our weak side, but we have some X factors. We have some different options where we typically don't have a lot of strength, and that is through our midfield and our forwards, who are going to be big key factors in keeping us offensively in a lot of these games. X factors are our wing backs, kind of our outside midfielders, but they kind of they call them wing backs. They're Dest and Anthony Robinson, which Anthony Robinson is the one that scored the banger against the Germans this past friendly, where Jedi is his nickname. So they are going to be kind of your X factors that are going to keep the United States kind of frisky on the outside. Pulisic, biggest name by far on this roster, most skilled player. He's also attacking alongside Tillman, both attacking mids. So they're kind of in the middle of the field, or kind of towards the middle top of the field. Adams and McKinney hold down the middle. Adams challenges for the best player on this roster, arguably. Adams is solid. Defensive midfielder, whereas McKinney kind of goes box to box. He goes the full length, whereas, Adams is kind of, hangs back a little bit.
Adams has been great recently. So
he has a lot to live up to.
I thought he played great in the last World Cup, actually. So hopefully he'll step up.
And then
in the last World Cup.
Yeah, I think he has a really good chance to. He's got to step up, but if he's good, we have a chance to win a lot of games. And then we have Balogun, who is at the very top of our offense. Born in the U.S., grew up in England though, so he's U.S. born, grew up in England as a part of the Arsenal system, Arsenal Football Club, who just won the Premier League. Not like world class. He's not like the best of the best in the world, but he's just an all around physical, fast. He just kind of has. He's not a peak, but he's not a floor. He's right in the middle in all of his attributes. He's not like excelling at one particular thing. He's just really good at a lot of things. So we'll see how he ends up being.
U.S. has never had a great 9, and that's what they call it. Your top 4. Your forward up top. He's better than anything we had last World Cup for sure. That was our biggest weakness last World Cup. And I'd even argue Pepe might get some play at the top as well, either coming off the bench or he might start a game, depending on how Balogun looks in this first game, if he's the starter. We don't know who the starters are now. But Balogun's a talented guy, along with Pepe, that provides us with some finishers up top. So,
yeah.
We'll see, man.
But I will say, we definitely, there's home field advantage here. This team, by the way, is more above average for this tournament. I think that this team is able to compete in this tournament with any of these teams if they play to the best of their ability. And it's probably a better team than we've carried to the World Cup. It feels like, as at least from an above average standpoint. So there's your snapshot on Team USA. As far as all of us, obviously we're all rooting for Team USA. So let's continue to keep that train going. Let's support the boys. How much do upsets happen in soccer? They happen decently.
I mean, yeah, because games obviously can stay lower scoring and you miss a few opportunities and you get a counter break the other way, and a team that was getting outplayed for the entire game sneaks in a goal. So it can happen for sure.
On a scale of March,
or ties can happen a lot, unfortunately.
On a scale of from March Madness to NBA, I would say more. I would say more NFL. I just thought March Madness in NBA. I'd do March Madness. I would do March Madness. I would say it's more of like NFL style, right? NFL, you don't see a ton of upsets, but like on any given game or match, you could have a team that plays better on one, like especially the elimination rounds, obviously, or even just any match. The better team usually wins, but weird things happen.
Weird things can happen and will happen, but there's probably, of the 48 teams in this tournament, probably only about 6 that have a realistic shot at winning it all.
Correct.
So in the end, it comes down to the favorites. But along the way, you can have some upsets and, again, some surprises for sure. I feel like everyone always loves the European teams, like they're the best of the best, we're the best, so when they get upset a little bit, of course it's on the other side of the world this time, so we'll see how some of those little babies that say it's too hot,
which that could be a factor, Scotty. We've seen a lot of reports over the last week and a half, 2 weeks of all the European teams that aren't able to like handle a lot of the heat. I was
snakes. You can't handle snakes on your field. Like, what's the problem?
I don't know what the deal is, but they can't handle it. I was looking
the snakes. You're supposed to be the best in the world.
Teams playing when we're talking about fading teams, teams that are playing in Miami in the World Cup that are European.
Well, I was gonna say, what about Mexico?
Mexico too. The altitude and the heat and everything there. I mean, altitude is a thing. Like if you're, I mean, a lot of these European teams aren't playing at altitude. So, I mean, you gotta like. Part of me is wondering how much do we fade European teams? Like, if I'm looking at Scotland playing in Group C in Miami, see ya. I don't know how the climate in Portugal. I'm not 100% sure. Saudi Arabia. I mean,
Portugal is right by Spain.
No, I know, but
so
like, is it tropical? Is it hot? Is it humid? I don't know. I mean,
Azteca only has 3 group stages and only one year. Czech Republic's the only one that plays at Azteca, which is the higher altitude and heat. I mean, the other places will be hot, but that's the altitude plus heat. So Czech Republic against Mexico on June 24th. Good luck, Czech Republic.
Like, I think there's some matches that you just are gonna hammer. You just know it's gonna be like one of those. These teams aren't made for winning these matches. They're not cut out for all of this. Like, weather and altitude and home field advantage may play a big part. I mean, South American and Central American teams know what it's like to play in heat and humidity and all that. So you kind of don't like all the Brazils, all those Colombias and all those Argentina, all those, they know what's up. It's the European teams that you're kind of keeping a close eye on whether or not you want to fade them.
I will say Mexico hosted in '86 the World Cup, and while Argentina won it all, West Germany was in the finals. So, and Belgium made the semifinals. England was in the the quarterfinal, things like that. But West Germany. Imagine if they had all of Germany. They might have won that game. Whoopsies.
Boopsies. I found a ranking of the top 10 goaltenders in case you guys are interested. Goaltending is pretty big in the World Cup.
I don't think they're called goaltenders in soccer.
Goalies.
Yeah.
Goalkeepers.
Keepers.
Goalkeepers or goalies is probably the two.
Top 10. And I'll count down, at least from this particular ranking that I found. Number 10, Germany. Number 9, Netherlands. Number 8, Morocco. Number 7, Spain. Number 6, Brazil. You can look up their names if you want. Number 5, England. Jordan Pickford for England, by the way. Number 4, Portugal. Diego Costa. Argentina, number 3, Belgium, number 2, and France, number 1. So those teams you might want to keep an eye on for, maybe goaltending is going to be, going to be a big factor in some of these wins, especially in these heavy hitting matchups. So keep an eye on all 10 of those goalies. Notice I didn't say United States because that is not a strength that we have.
We don't even know for sure who's starting.
So there's that. And then dark horses. There's a couple dark horses, at least on my list, that are not exactly favorites by any means to go anywhere in this World Cup. But if you had to throw a little sprinkle on a couple teams, there was, who usually performs under the radar that always somehow makes it pretty far and has competed in some championships, World Cup finals, is the Netherlands at 16-1. They somehow always find their way into like deep rounds of these tournaments. They're really built for it. I think they're a team that you might want to keep an eye on at 16-1. Again, they're behind Germany, Argentina, Brazil, Portugal, England, France, Spain. They're not far off from the top of this, but no one's really looking at them, right? Netherlands. Keep an eye on them as a dark horse. Morocco has had a ton of chatter. I don't know if I'm buying into the hype of Morocco, but they are 55-1. They can be interesting, but I don't know
I feel
if
like a lot of people are picking like Norway to make it further. I don't know. I've just seen a lot of
Norway.
but they're 30-1, so they're not like super back. But I've seen a lot of Norway picks.
Yeah, Norway's right there next to
Not
Belgium.
necessarily to win, but to make a long run in this tournament.
Yeah. And then as far as some of the stars, you still have Lionel Messi for Argentina, the defending champions. You still have Cristiano Ronaldo for Portugal, who's 7.5-1. You have Mbappe for France. Some of the star power. You're going to get all the star power from all the biggest teams, all the biggest players across all of these matchups. So, you'll start knowing who the big players are when you see them on the broadcast, and they just start hyping these guys up and showing them on camera for extended periods of time during these matches. Trying to think what else as far as the World Cup. Throw your questions out there.
10 Cats or Black Market. Not to get too political, do we need to worry about Iran playing at all?
No.
I hope not, because my wife is going to a World Cup game that Iran's playing in, so that wouldn't be fun.
Yeah.
She's going to Iran versus New Zealand. Not probably the best matchup ever, but she's out in LA and people are taking her to a game. So
yeah, that'll be exciting. I mean, not too many people get to go to World Cup games, and then if you're able to, do it. I mean, I for sure. By the way, futures for winning the Golden Boot Award, for all you guys who don't know, is the MVP of the tournament, basically.
Is it?
Score the most goals, basically. Yeah.
Thank you. Not MVP.
I mean, yeah, for all you casuals out there. I was just trying to simplify it.
All you casuals.
But yeah,
Jeez.
Golden Boot, player who scored the most goals. Kylian Mbappe is the favorite for the Golden Boot for France. Harry Kane for England is number 2 on this list, according to FanDuel Sportsbook. Oyarzabal for Spain at 12-1. Erling Haaland for Norway, who's one of the best players in the world, at 16-1. Lionel Messi 18-1.
Probably all these players are some of the best players in the world.
Cristiano Ronaldo 22-1. Julian Alvarez for Argentina 25-1. And it goes down from there. So
Lamine Yamal? Where's Yamal?
Lamine Yamal 27-1 for Spain. Yamal, by the way, is
22-1 on DraftKings.
I might have to get some value on that. Yamal, an amazing young talent for Spain, who you'll want to keep an eye on. He's insane. So there you go. Those are anything else, Scotty, I'm missing for this World Cup 101 preview? What you need to know?
I mean, we obviously didn't cover everything, but give it a chance, everyone.
Give it a chance.
Even if you don't love soccer, give it a chance. It's fun. It's exciting. Especially
At very least, it'll be funny listening
for
to Chris try to pronounce names.
Yeah,
sure.
He's got no shot. So
yeah, we'll figure it out one way or another. So World Cup begins tomorrow. The host countries usually start the tournament. So Mexico will be kicking off this entire World Cup tournament playing South Africa. Then South Korea, Canada.
Yep. No, you were right with South Korea.
Well, yeah, South Korea and Czechia.
Czechia will play tomorrow. Those are the 2 tomorrow.
And then on Friday night, will be Canada and Bosnia, USA, Paraguay. Will be all the host countries getting their initial matches in to start everything off. There's also you have all of the festivities, you have the whole concert to get and launch event, kind of opening ceremonies of sorts that will happen as well. But yes, that will be the setup. I'm heading to the Fan Fest this weekend at P&E.
What's the P&E? Am I supposed to know what that is?
Is that P&E? What is that, the stadium?
I assume that's in Toronto, but that's the rock? No, hey, I don't know outside of the Rogers Center any other stadiums in Toronto. I'm sure that's not where they're playing this. Maybe they are.
Are they still having ticket issues with the World Cup? I feel like I saw some sort of news where tickets have been a disaster for the World Cup. I want to say
I have seen that. Yeah, it was like they're not selling as many tickets as they hoped.
Oh, here it is. World Cup tickets. FIFA held back tickets to create an artificial scarcity, launched its own resale platform with a 15% fee for both buyers and sellers, and are now still 180,000 tickets available for purchase.
So they're being greedy because tickets aren't expensive enough.
You always got to get that bottom dollar. Like, I think someone earlier was talking about, like, maybe it was you, Rick, that mentioned, like, the Knicks can make so much money on Game 6.
Yeah, that was me saying
ticket
that.
Prices, but, like, that's true, but not in the way you'd think they would make money, because let's just say professional sports franchises at times will partner with secondary markets to sell them tickets at a certain price and then to move inventory and then get a percentage rollback on whatever they sell. So let's say it's even 50% of their profit margin goes back to the team. If that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know.
At the very least, if they do the revenue sharing like all these other leagues do, and that's a shitload of money going to all these different owners who are like, yeah, we want this game to go at least 6.
Well, yeah, but a lot of people just assume, like, because the Knicks aren't making money on the secondary market, or that's what they assume, but that's probably not accurate.
Dude, and Sky used to do the same thing at Coors Field.
I did no such thing. I don't even know how I would know this. This is not something we did at Coors Field. Sure you.
That's why. That's why it looked like he was selling so many tickets, because he was actually buying a bunch of them.
Scotty's resourceful, you know. What costs more, Knicks finals tickets or the World Cup? Knicks finals tickets by a long shot.
Yeah, like the courtside tickets are about the same as a house, like a whole house mortgage from a few years ago.
Even for like a World Cup final, Madison Square Garden's gonna be what, 18,000. World Cup final is gonna be, I think it's SoFi, which is probably like 70 plus.
World Cup final at MetLife.
It's at MetLife?
Yeah, the get-in price for this year's final is $2,000. Previous record was around $500 for that, but now it's around $2,000 for this particular go round. Now, I mean, the cheapest ticket aftermarket for the Knicks in Madison Square Garden for the finals is, so far in the first couple games, the cheapest one on aftermarket is around $8,000 to $10,000, $7,000 to $10,000, and that's the back row, last seat in the house. So yeah, those are quite more. I saw some courtside seats for Knicks selling for. I saw this figure somewhere, and it was a reputable source. $75,000. Insane for like a courtside mid.
I saw one at 180,000.
Health says in the chat there was a seat that was asking for over $1 million for the final, which is insane.
And it's not. Yeah, no shot. The ticket that I spent to watch the Nuggets win their NBA finals, I think it was like $1,200. That's it. I say that's it. But compared to what the numbers that we're talking about here, it was a steal to watch them win their first ever NBA championship. It's crazy out there, folks. All right. what else? Throw your questions about the World Cup in the chat. We're going to probably try to cover some of these matches as we go through. But depending on when the matches, happen, if there's any on Sundays or Wednesdays, we will have some schedule changes coming up here very soon. Scotty will be out of the country. Rec will be out of the country. I will be having a child. So all of this is happening.
Pregnant?
All of these things are happening at exactly the same time, which means we are all going to be taking a break from the show for a period of time. That'll also give me a chance to revamp some of the show, get ready for the football season, get ready for some new segments and new things that we're going to maybe be doing as well. Kind of tidy up all of our emotes and new stuff, new sound drops, new emotes, new all sorts of different things that are interactive that I can, actually have time to do. So we will have a extended break coming up here where we'll maybe be off for at least a couple weeks minimum. So we will get there. Health was asking, who are your favorites from each group and who are our favorites to win? Let me pull up all of the groups here.
If I ran through it quickly,
I know this will be quick. I'll run through. So here, I'll go through.
Probably.
How about this? I'll go through each group, and we'll say who we like out of each group, going down from A all the way down to Group L. Group A: Mexico, South Korea, Czechia, and South Africa. Mexico is probably one of mine that I feel like is going to come out of that group. They're probably the favorite, if I'm not mistaken, out of these teams. And I think South Korea and Czechia are kind of a toss-up. I would probably go... I'm going to lean South Korea.
I usually like... Some Asian teams play sneaky good and are kind of underrated going to this. But Mexico, with their home field, should get out of a group that's relatively very, very light. Mexico's
going to be, that stadium for their games are going to be wild. Group B: Switzerland, Canada, Bosnia, Qatar. There's only two that really stand out to me here. I think both Scotty, you and I probably agree.
Qatar.
Yep.
Yes, it's definitely Qatar.
Canada and Switzerland are probably the top two teams in this group that should come out. So those...
I think Canada's a little beat up, missing some guys. Alphonso Davies isn't healthy right now. I kind of like Switzerland in that group.
Okay, there you go. Switzerland coming out of that one. Then we got Group C: Brazil, Morocco, Scotland, and Haiti. Morocco's kind of that dark horse that everyone's like, man, they've been playing some good football up until like the World Cup leading in over the last year. Kind of one of the hotter, kind of more trendy teams that people are kind of jumping on. Morocco does have a top 10 goalie in the tournament, and they've just been playing really good for about a year and a half. Brazil, obviously the favorite here. They're going to probably come out of this one, and I'd probably say Morocco.
I think Brazil's probably going to disappoint overall in this tournament, but they still could. I mean, they definitely are the favorites, so they could definitely take down this group. I feel like everyone's on Morocco, and then I don't see Scotland or Haiti, although I'd love Scotland.
I think it's more of
some Scotland.
I feel like Scotland and Haiti are just bad enough to be like, yeah, you just look at them and you're like, they're probably, it's process of elimination for Morocco and Brazil that they're going to probably advance. Group D, bring in the D, USA, Turkey, Turkey, if you want to pronounce it.
Yeah, why do they don't know how do they not know how to spell their own country?
True. I don't know. Yeah, that's no idea. Paraguay, and Australia. US better come out of this group. If they don't, it's an absolute disaster. They're the favorites in this group. They should be. They should come out of this group. I have them as the favorite. And then, I don't know.
I mean, with home field, I think they should. Turkey might even be the better team because of the Turkish language, Scotty. Well, why don't they speak English? Let's figure this out. This tournament's being played. I guess not all the countries speak English, but
what an ass. Yeah, why doesn't Korea speak English?
Isn't it 2 from each division and half a third? Yes, that's correct.
Yes, that's what's happening. So, if the U.S. is an abomination, they won't advance. But otherwise, and this first game is actually going to be massive with Paraguay. We played them in a friendly within the last year and won that game. But there was like Chris, if you remember, there was a little bit of like a scuffle, a brawl.
I do remember that, yeah.
So things could get interesting on Friday with that game, but it's going to be U.S. or Turkey, and U.S. might finish second, which is okay. They still could get a good draw, at least in their next game if they finish second.
You know,
they're going to be underdogs in any game they probably play if they make the round of 16, unless they're playing a team that just upsets somebody crazily. But
you know, if you want a little sprinkle on a betting, you want to bet on this particular group, USA to finish second in the group. I think you get like 3-1 odds or something. I don't know. I think it might be higher. Betting USA to, I don't know why that's so, to be runner up is, I think I saw that somewhere. It was around 3-1. But that could be a little juicy bet there. Little sprinkle. Group E.
I'm not going to bet it because I want them to finish first.
Because we're Team USA.
Would you like me to bet them to finish second?
I don't want you to bet anything in this tournament, Rick. Not on US. Not on US. Stay away from.
Stay away. Yeah, I don't want you. I don't need you to curse. What? By the way, we need to Danhausen to curse some of these teams.
Yeah, agreed.
You damn it.
Let's go to Group E. Group E, we have Germany, Ecuador, Ivory Coast, and Curacao. Come on, man. Don't look at me like that, James.
You don't have to talk a ton about that.
No, Germany will come out of this one. They're the heavy favorites. They should. Ecuador is probably in the running as the second team coming out of this. I don't know if Ivory Coast. I just never believe in Ivory Coast. I just don't think. Yeah.
The most noble thing about them is that their flag is the backwards island flag.
True. That is true. Group F, Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, and Tunisia. I would say this is one of, outside of Tunisia, these three teams probably a little closer together as like anything can happen here. I think Netherlands, I have them as one of my dark horse teams. I think they come out of the group as the winner of this group. Netherlands always plays well in this tournament. Always. They just, like, even if you're like, no, they don't have the same team as they usually do. Or, oh, they're missing guys. They just find ways to win tournament games in the World Cup and find themselves in, like, the semifinals or something crazy.
Cool. I'm going to take Japan then.
All right. So Japan, and that's the secondary team that I would take in this one as well. Like you said, the Asian countries, Japan, they got some players out there. So Netherlands and Japan for Group F. Pretty chalky so far. And that's the group stage is usually pretty chalky. Let's just be real. Like, that's just kind of how the group stage is. Until you get to the elimination rounds, you kind of just go with the better teams. Group G, Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand. Iran's got to dodge a lot of, all the different world media and headlines and drama.
You were going to say bombs.
That too. No, just kidding. No.
We're getting very offensive this
yeah. No.
Between that and the tower comment.
Too soon, says Cuban. Let's see. Belgium, by far, probably the best team in this Group G. They should absolutely come out of this group.
Give me Egypt. Feeling frisky.
Okay. Frisky for Egypt. Egypt's second team coming out of this Group G.
I feel like Belgium's a little past their. They had like a golden year run and they kind of blew it, and now they're not as good as they were coming in the last couple of World Cups. So, not that this is a hard group for them. They're going to get through with no problem, but Egypt might be sneaky and get the. They'll probably like tie in points, and Egypt will get the 1 seed.
Ooh, like it. Like it.
Like 4-1. You're welcome.
There you go. Little sprinkles of value all the way through this. Group H: Spain, Uruguay, Saudi Arabia, and Cape Verde. Go out on a limb that Spain will probably win this group. Just going out on a limb there.
I'm taking Cape Verde, but okay.
Well, then you better get that 60-1 value then, because they are. You're gonna get paid, son. Spain will come out of this group, and Uruguay will probably come out of this as well. Those are the top two by far. Saudi Arabia, Cape Verde. They might not make it to the next round. I don't think Saudi Arabia is good enough to get into the round of 32. Group I, we have France, Norway, Senegal, and Iraq. Iraq, all the way. No, just kidding.
I think this might be like the group of death a little bit. I think those top three are all pretty solid teams.
Yeah, Norway, they got.
If there is a group of death with now 48 teams in, but
yeah, Norway with Holland, he's an absolute monster. Just like dude's a freak. France has the best goalie in the entire tournament, probably. Yeah, this is going to be a hell of a group. I'm actually really curious to see how this ends up panning out. France should come out of this group as the top. France and Norway, but it wouldn't shock me if Senegal crept in. Even if they finish third in this one, I still think they get onto the round of 32. Group J.
Good enough. They just have tough games. But
yeah. Argentina, Austria, Algeria, and Jordan. Obviously, Lionel Messi for Argentina and Argentina's team is probably the most talented of all of these. So they should be coming out of Group J as the winner. It's when you look at the second place team between Austria and Algeria that you're kind of figuring out what ends up coming out of those two. Scotty, who do you like, Austria or Algeria?
I like Algeria to be sneaky good. Honestly,
I kind of agree.
They've won 21 of their last 26 matches they've played in coming in this tournament. So a dangerous African team that I think people are sleeping on a little bit. So I'll take Algeria.
Like it. I'm with you on that one. Group K, Portugal, Colombia, Democratic Republic of Congo, and Uzbekistan are all in Group K. Cristiano Ronaldo holding down for Portugal, who are the favorites to come out of this one, which they will. And I don't know if anyone can challenge Colombia either. Like, this is a two-team race.
It's two halves and two have-nots here.
This is pretty straightforward. You already know what's going to happen.
Portugal and Colombia are finishing at the top. You could argue who finishes first, and that's fine. But they're finishing 1-2.
Yeah. And finally, Group L, which we have England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. England will come out of this group as the top team. England, I feel like they'll probably choke later on in the tournament, I would assume.
Hey.
No,
we're having a U.S.-England final.
Is that what we're having? Okay, that's fair.
And then they'll choke.
And then they'll choke to, lose to the United States. Shout out. Spoiler alert, we're picking USA to win it all.
Obviously.
This is kind of similar as the last group. There's a couple teams that are a little bit better than the others. Ghana and Panama, you just don't believe anything that's coming out of those two. countries for this tournament. Croatia, England in this last one.
Yeah, England should win the group, and then we'll see what they do from there.
Not the favorites yet, but I think this World Cup, Cuba will be lights out. Hey, did we miss Cuba on our list here, Scotty? I missed them.
Why they weren't listed? That's so weird.
That's weird. Is there another group I don't know about? Hold on. No, I think I missed it.
I'm already starting. I can't even get used to the amount of groups there are now.
Too many groups.
So many letters used.
We got to L. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, between the NCAA tournament expanding to like 350 teams and the FIFA World Cup where they're at, I mean, we're just expanding everything. The college football playoff, expand it. You know, just keep expanding it all. Just make it.
I can't wait for the Vatican City to have their own team in the World Cup.
I mean, they might
San Marino.
they might be balling, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Italy can't make it, but maybe Vatican City can.
Hey.
Maybe San Marino can.
God, all hey, you want to talk about get Jesus on that golden boot? You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, they got that angel in the outfield vibe for that Vatican City, huh?
Angel in the goal.
angel in the midfield.
Never. I would put your angel at goalie.
Yeah.
Get those wings on that. Don't give up a single goal. You can't lose a game if you don't give up goals, Chris. That's factually accurate for forever.
True. It is true. So there you go. That's what to look out for this World Cup that begins tomorrow. So, guys, enjoy it. Live in the moment. This is one of those things where it's like, this only comes around every 4 years. Enjoy each and every single. And by the way, if you have an opportunity to watch it in Spanish, you don't even need to understand what's happening. Watch the matches in Spanish if you can, because the comment or even other languages like I've heard that some commentators for some of these European, if you get various broadcasts, whatever, give it a try. American broadcasts will be fine. Don't sweat on those. But enjoy. I think I played the audio of that goal from the other day. That was a friendly, and the commentators were screaming for like a minute and a half straight after that goal. It's so much fun to watch in Spanish. So go give that a try. Try new things. Live in the moment. All right. So that's going to put a cap on all of the need to knows and all the information you will want going into the World Cup. If you guys want to join the Discord, !Discord in the chat, we're going to be talking about all the matches that are going to be spanning across all of the everything coming up here. So yeah, jump in. Let's talk about it in the Discord, !Discord. All right, we are going to send you over to Josie McFly. He is a New York Knicks fan who is still looks like he's hyped about everything going on about the New York Knicks. He's enjoying all of the hype of their Game 4 win in dramatic fashion. So go give him some love and make sure you tell him the boys from Action Lab sent you. Let's go ahead and wrap things up. What do you say?
Let's do it. Enjoy the World Cup. Enjoy Game 5 of the NBA Finals, and the Stanley Cup's been
the Stanley Cup. We haven't even talked about. That's been insane.
Great as well.
I mean, all the goals that have been happening in the Stanley Cup have been insane. I mean, let's see. The Hurricanes and the Golden Knights have combined for 33 goals in the first 4 games, tied for third most for a single Stanley Cup final. Like, what? It's crazy. Like, those have been insane. I mean, it's been a fun time. Even though our teams aren't in it, Scotty, it's been the finals and both hockey and basketball have been pretty entertaining. Shout out to Evil for the biddies tonight. Shout out to Boofy for the follow straight from Chile. And then all of you guys that have been here supporting us all night long. Like, appreciate all of you. Like always, we can't do the show without you. So love you guys. New York deserves to win this year after that comeback. Yeah, I mean they've been they came back against the Atlanta Hawks in dramatic fashion with one of the biggest comebacks in NBA playoff history, plus the 29-point comeback, the largest in NBA history in the finals. Insane.
It's against the Cavs.
Cavs.
One.
Yeah, I mean, everything. So it's been wild. All right, Josie McFly. Medusa's phone is dead, but she says, great show, boys. Thank you guys for all the support. Love you guys.
What? Medusa's dead? I'm just kidding.
Wait, what?
Just kidding.
Yeah, she got stoned by a mirror.
By the way, we do have to get together with Medusa and Cuban again locally here. And get another lab rat get together. That was a lot of fun. We have to post those. Did we ever post those photos in the Discord? Maybe we did. I don't know. Anyway,
I think you posted some of them.
So, all right, guys. Well, between now and Wednesday, go be a good person. Go live in the moment. We don't do that enough. Put the phones down. Enjoy the things around you, especially the World Cup. And go be a good person.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Enjoy the World Cup. Won an NBA Finals game tonight. So, have a great rest of your week, guys, and we'll see you back here soon.
Bye, everybody.
Love you guys.
Can't wait to hear Chris try and pronounce different World Cup names.
Flawless.